Hello YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. This is Charles here with Hellcat Entertainment, and for my Prelude community, I am bringing you another how-to video. In this video, it's going to be very straightforward. I'm going to show you how to install LED instrument cluster light bulbs to change the color from the standard orange to whatever color you like. I'll have the link down below of where I purchased mine. They have an assortment of colors. I'm changing mine to green to match the theme. So in this video, really easy to do, skill level of 1 to 10. I'm going to put this at a skill level of 1. I'm going to show you what tools you're going to need, or what tool you're going to need. I'll show you how to do it, and then I will show you the end results. So let's get to it. As far as the tools you're going to need, or tool you're going to need, very straightforward. You are going to need a simple Phillips head screwdriver. Now I am also going to be using a ratcheting Phillips head, because you'll see that when you're taking the bezel off the instrument cluster, the bezel has the screws up on top, and if you have a long screwdriver, it might be at a weird angle. Plus, if you have a factory OEM steering wheel, that kind of gets in the way as well. Fortunately, I have an aftermarket wheel that I'm going to take the wheel off to make this a lot easier of an install, but I do recommend possibly needing 2 tools, one Phillips head, long, and if you have a short stubby Phillips head, that's going to work a lot better to get the bezel off, but you'll need the long one to get the actual cluster out. Or even more optimum is going to be if you have a ratcheting Phillips head, then that would work out best. So let's pull the cover off, Trinity. Let's get to it. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I forgot to show you the product. So the product is going to be 10 LED lights with 10 sockets. The LEDs slide right into the sockets very easily, as you can see right here. Pardon me while I try to do this through the camera, but they just press in straight like that, and then you have a complete unit. Again, these are going to be green colored. I'm going to have the link posted down below where you can get these, and the pricing, I believe, if I remember right, these were like $20 for the whole setup, but they're going to be direct OEM replacements for the instrument cluster, where you just twist out the old bulb, twist in the new LED bulb, no wiring or anything necessary. So now, without further ado, let's take the cover off of Trinity and let's get the install going. So pardon if the camera gets a little shaky. I'm hand holding my SLR here to make this a little bit easier. Wasn't sure how to actually get my tripod in here or to get this set up standard, but zooming in here, what we're going to first start off with is to get the bezel off. We got a screw up here, Phillips head screw. Got a Phillips head screw right here that's going to come off, and that's going to allow the bezel to come out this way. Now, the reason why I mentioned having a shorty Phillips head or a socketing, ratcheting Phillips head is because here's my long screwdriver. I can't really get the angle in there. You can definitely bring the steering wheel down as best as possible, since it's actually already all the way down. And even having this with the factory wheel is going to be a pain because you got the wheel in the way here. So I got the ratcheting tool that I'm going to use to ratchet these out and then pull the bezel off. All right, so here we have the bezel off. You'll notice down at the bottom of the bezel, it does clip in, so make sure you pull these clips straight out towards you when removing the bezel. Do not try to pull up or anything. The bezel comes straight towards you, and you should be able to get underneath the bezel to kind of pull it down just a pinch to get it out from the little lip there. Now you'll see that it'll expose the 4 screws for the instrument cluster. There's one back here. So this is what you need the long screwdriver for. This is what you need the long screwdriver for. And you're probably going to need the shorty again for these up here, or the ratcheting. But once you get these 4 screws out, the whole instrument cluster will then come out. The 4 screws out, you're going to want to tilt the instrument cluster forward before pulling it out. So that way, again, it gets out from under this lip up top here. And then what you're going to want to do is on the back here, there should be about 3 or 4 harness connectors. You're just going to push the tabs in on the harness connectors, pull the harness connectors out, and then that will release the instrument cluster fully. With the instrument cluster out, you'll see there was a total of 1, 2, and 3 harness connectors. So again, you just push the clip, pull those out. That allows you to completely remove the instrument cluster. Now, looking at the back of the instrument cluster, we are not going to be replacing all of these bulbs, because these here, I mean, you can if you want to, but all these bulbs up here, these little black ones, are for all of the warning lights, turn signal lights, things like that. So if you want to change those out, you can, but we're focusing mainly, or I'm focusing mainly, on the main lights that just light up the gauges, which is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're only going to need 5 out of the 10. I may consider changing one of the other ones, like maybe my turn signals or something, maybe just for fun. I don't know, but very straightforward to get these out here. You're just going to twist and it pops right out. And then after twisting and popping it out, you're just going to be putting the new one right in. So that's pretty much straightforward. Let me twist these out, twist the new LED bulbs in, and then it's going to be the reverse order to put it back together. Okay, so I put my car cover on and kind of tucked it underneath of it while it's on to kind of make it a little darker in here. That way you guys could see the final result. I don't have it fully mounted yet, but just kind of mocked it up and just placed it in place. But you could see that we are green. The dimmer does work on it, which is pretty cool as well. But everything is green and good to go. So to finish up the install, like I said, just the reverse order. Put the 4 screws where they go on the instrument cluster, clip the bezel back into place, put the 2 screws back, and call it a day. All right, folks, well, there you have it. We've installed the LED instrument cluster lights, so it is nice and green. On the next video, I do have 5 LED lights left, so I'm going to check out the climate control module and see if I can open that up and change the lights on that as well to make sure those match green, because right now they're the old orange that looked just like the instrument cluster. But if you like this video and you want to see more, please be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. Peace!